What's up, everyone? I thought we were doing.
Why didn't that play?
I don't know.
TPC and Toy Daddies. TPC and Toy Daddies.
Welcome to the Toy Pick Community Top 10, brought to you by the Toy Daddies.
Perfect.
Just bop it along. I love it.
Did that on purpose.
We nailed it. First of all, what an intro! You just what a mix! That's the first time that was amazing. Oh man, I love that intro.
Well, yeah, I gave it some more bass on Yimbo, but also gave it a little bit of an echo.
Yeah, so good. GarageBand, right?
No, this was just CapCut.
Oh,
the GarageBand remix is coming, but it sounds terrible.
Well, welcome everyone. Welcome. My name is Toy Father. I'm one of your hosts here for the Toy Pick Community Top 10, and we're going to celebrate the top 10 photos for the week ending in January 20th, 2023. It's not Happy New Year to all. Happy Lunar New Year to all. So this is our 9th episode of the TCP Top 10 on this YouTube channel, and we have an amazing top 10 for all of you today. But first, let me introduce to you some of my co-hosts. We got...
Are you pointing my... Oh, yeah, I'm No Chewing. What up?
We got the No Chewing. We got the...
Yimbo reviews everything.
You got your boy Yimbo. Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Really good. So happy to be here.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been here, and I'm really excited to be back, and I'm really excited to be with you because we talk like every day. I mean, not talk. We text every day, but we don't talk.
Do you want to build that into our evenings? Do you want
a
nighttime chat?
So today I was taking my morning shower, and I was thinking, I wish we had like a talk, and I'm like, maybe we should schedule a phone call. Maybe we should.
I've almost hit that button many times, but typically it's during my work day. I know you both work, and I'm just like, I probably shouldn't talk about toys right now.
During the work day, probably not.
And when you're in the shower, definitely not. I don't want that call at all.
Well, not a video call.
Even a voice call. Call me in 5 minutes.
Well, you guys know that on the weekends, and I had a snow day today, so whenever I don't have to do my real job, I pretend I do toys for a living. So I was so excited to have some like me time. I set up a couple of shots. I was very excited, and then I got to pick my kids up from daycare. It's only the second time, but because it's just right by my wife's school, and I wanted to beat and get them, so like she didn't have to just she could just focus on driving home when she got out of school today. And so I picked up my kids at 1. We're around 12:30. Picked them up. Got here by 1, and it's snowing. It's a big thick flakes. It's starting to stick a little bit, so they wanted to go outside. So I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So I put their snowsuits on, and they're just running around like lunatics, and they want to have a snowball fight. And like they're 3.5. This is like they're getting it. They know how to pack snowballs now after showing them. And
then you let loose on them so hard. You're like, no one defeats Yimbo.
I kind of John Wicked them a little bit. I felt bad as we're playing. I started doing
super hard. You're trying to tame that natural athleticism. It's hard.
So for those of you who don't know, Yimbo used to play college. You played college ball, right? College baseball.
No, I did. No, I played through high school, but then post college, because I went to a D1 school, and I was going to be a walk on if anything, and I was like, no. But I played post from like 26 until 38, 39, like in an adult, men league, rec men league.
For those of you who've played like catch with guys who played like baseball in college or football in college, whatever, they're hucking the ball when they're just really just tossing it. In their mind, they're tossing it. But for a guy like me who doesn't really play, I'm like, oh, I thought we were just playing like a friendly game of catch. Like, why are you like? I don't know if I have the reaction time to catch it. So I can only imagine you throwing a light snowball at your kids, and it's
But it was-
actually lightning fast.
I was doing like
Children
quick
flying in the
snowball.
air.
What to the left, quick to the right. I had one where my daughter threw one and I caught it, and then got my son with the same one. Like I said, I felt like I was
Oh, you
John. I was
ricocheted
channeling
off
Wick.
of one child into another. That's a tricky
I was hitting
combo.
combos on them. But we had a blast. Also the reason, and we do like to if you guys don't follow us over on Instagram, but we were just going live too to kind of let people know that we were going to be doing this live tonight. And yeah, like my wife and I put the kids down early because they missed their nap and everything. And I was like, okay, I just need like 20 minutes. Let me just shut out the lights. Like turn off the lights mentally for a second. I'm like, give me 20 minutes. She's like, that's fine. She's like, you're doing the show. I'm just gonna lay here and go to sleep early. All of a sudden she goes, it's 8:25, it's 8:30. You gotta get up. And I'm like, that's okay. It's all right. I'm awake. So I'm all fired up for tonight. I had that nice little nap boost. But yes, it was one of those, the peek behind the curtain of life as a content creator, father, and full-time employee.
Life as a snowball sniper is
Yes,
what your kids now
snowball
call you.
It's funny, but you say you're taking a nap at 8 o'clock. Some people would say they're going to sleep.
I just needed to turn off the lights. That's it. I just needed that little boost, but
And
it
with
turned
that
into a little bit
said,
longer.
we should thank some of the people that joined us tonight and did not turn off the lights at 8 o'clock. So we got some people in the chat we should say hello to.
Not a bird. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
His photography, or he or she's photography, is outstanding every time I see it.
Yeah, really good photographer. Samurai Chris, how you doing?
Oh, Samurai Chris, thank you for joining us again. So helpful when Toy Father is not around to have Samurai Chris in the wings, feeding us information on toys and brands that we should know, but we do not. We got Toy Photography Discord, Jaden. Oh wait, Jaden.
Yeah, it's Jaden.
Jaden.
Sorry,
Jaden.
the full name threw me off for a second.
Because you know what, I need to still join that Discord, but that's because I need to still sign up for Discord. He knows. I'll eventually hit him up once I eventually download that other social app on my phone.
Just one more Yimbo. Just do it.
But if you have a Discord, everyone, you should hit up Jaden. That's for sure.
Actually, I do have a Discord. I hardly ever use it, but I have.
I find it very confusing.
Why? It's just more chats categorized.
It's like more chats. Yeah, you go into the chat and then there are 50 other categories of chats, and I'm like, this is way too much.
No, it's true. And then you get lost in it too, because you can send like pictures and videos and links just like you can go on Instagram, but for some reason it's more enticing when it's on Discord. It's just displayed better.
Yeah, or you post like, hey, did you like the articulation on that? Oh, could you please put this in the articulation chat, please?
And they have a call function too to hop on a call with each other. Yeah,
just like Instagram.
Yeah. I guess they're the same. We got Dead Spider Toys in the chat. What's up? Thank you for joining us.
Dead Spider.
Oh, I want to scroll down. Oh, and we got 1-6 Shooter. What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
We all bought our tickets immediately.
Yep.
And we slowly considered how many days we need to spend in New Jersey together.
So did we talk about it? Did we talk about it in this broadcast yet? We didn't talk about Legion's Con, did we?
No,
I
not yet.
do not think we did.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is today, Legion's Con tickets came out. It's going to be in New Jersey, a new venue in a Marriott hotel, which looks very nice. I keep saying there's a Irish bar in there, which we're really excited about.
And a 24-hour gym.
24-hour gym, the fitness gym. Yeah. But what I'm really excited for is the con is actually in the hotel that we're going to be staying at. So immediately we all jumped in chat, got our tickets, and then No Chewing and I decided, hey, how many days are we going to stay?
7.
So we booked 2 nights at the hotel, Friday, Saturday. We'll leave on Sunday, but we're really excited to go to Legion's Con this year. That's not going to be for another year, like November 11th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. But really excited because it seems to be a lot of people that are planning on going, and they're really excited. And I'm really pumped to just hang out with everyone. It's like so many people.
Hey, I bought my ticket and works. I was just saying it's so close to my house this year. It's half the drive that it was to
That's how I feel about
That's
Chris
incredible.
being 10 minutes away from him. Like, this is glorious. So convenient.
But then so for Trevor in the chat, 1-6 shooter, that means that there's a good chance one of those nights I'm falling asleep on the floor at in the Toy Daddy hotel room.
In the Toy Daddy suite.
Not
connected suite.
We'll ask for a pull-out cot for Yimbo.
Can I get a crib?
Super excited though. I just can't wait, and I know it's not for a long time, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes, it's gonna be a great time. I was super jealous of missing it last year, so
Mhm.
feels good to close that loop.
So then I forget, because you guys are still, I know, discussing coming to the Toy Con in the spring, and then that would mean obviously that would be your fall trip, right? Like you wouldn't try to do, or would you still do it? The Toy Con in October.
I don't think we do.
Probably not.
Probably not, right? Yeah, that's a trek. That's a trek.
I know for certain that I cannot make the spring. I have a family event then that first weekend of May. So, but I did keep it open, but I knew that this could have happened, and it did. So
I bet it shifts. The wind will shift, and just be in New Jersey. You're like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'll just show up magically.
Just show up. It's a 2-day thing. I mean, you go on Sunday.
Yeah, then No Chewing's like, you could have driven me.
Come on, let's go. But yeah, super pumped for that. So Legion's Con.
It was so much fun. You guys are gonna love it.
Awesome. Can't wait.
We got Mike Lermer in the chat.
Beta Ray Mike. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, Star Wars Rick is here too.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rick. We get to talk about you tonight.
Oh, and to circle back to Jaden, we waiting for these nightly voice calls.
Right.
Can't wait.
Liquid Momentum.
Hey. Oh, and we got Trevor responding. Book the hotel. Yes, we did. We booked it before it crashed, and then after when we decided to stay longer.
So yeah, we were both on the phone trying to lock in that rate, that 159 rate.
Did you have to ask for it? I didn't have to ask for it.
No. I was like, I just want to make sure I book the same rate, and they're like, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I just imagine you trying to negotiate with them. Be like, no, give me the good rate.
Sir, this is the good rate.
And hell yeah, Irish bar.
Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know why. I'm really excited about that.
Yes, we're gonna have some medieval toys and some tall beers, and it's gonna be a good time.
Some
I
haggis.
I say it jokingly, but it's gonna be a fun time.
It's gonna be a fun time. All right. So I think it's time to really talk about some amazing photos and some amazing photographers out there, because the reason we do this is to celebrate the top 10 that TCP does every single week, right? And I am super stoked for this week, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And I'm not sure if you caught last week's show, but it was really funny because a lot of your pictures that you selected made it. Mm-hmm. So you had like a redemption week, and you weren't here to celebrate.
I know,
AKA rub it into Sunty.
but don't worry, I myself, it's not about who wins or loses. It's about the photographers that win, right? So it's all the ones that I've picked that I'm really excited for.
And
especially,
you know what?
Yeah,
I was gonna jump. Like I know our script, we're a little off script right now. So Sunty, I'm gonna take care of this part. Speaking of the photographers, this is all about getting to know the people, not just their artwork, but the people behind the lens. And we reach out to every photographer and ask them 3 questions. What was your favorite toy growing up? What's the story behind your picture? And what is making you happy in the toy community right now? So there you go. Sorry, awesome. I just figured it was a good segue. I heard some words there. I'm like, let's just.
I was trying to segue it, but obviously it did not work. So
incredible segue. I appreciate that. Hold on, while I bring open this thing. Come on, work this time. Be smooth.
Oh, we have a new longtime follower, first time listener in the chat. This is so neat. Oh, we love this. This is very cool, everyone. And while we queue up our slideshow, is it go?
Chrome has lost permission to capture.
Hit you with one quick little promo that remember that Toy Father and No Chewing are part of Toy Talk for You. Toy Talk is they have a show on Mondays at 8:30, and I am Yimbo Reviews Everything. Both of our accounts are right on that front page. If you would like everything, any other fun, you like hearing us talk, you can go check out. I would recommend subscribing to our channels, Yimbo Reviews Everything and Toy Talk. So just wanted to squeeze that in there, everyone.
Good plug, Yimbo.
Great plug. Thank you.
And hit that like button while you're here. The usual YouTube stuff.
On Monday, we had Detour Customs. Speaking of Mythic Legions, we talked about customizations and especially his fandom on Mythic Legions. And man, he was such a nice guy. He really was. And he
super nice.
He just randomly gave 2 figures away to people in the chat who said, "Oh, I'm looking for this." He's like, "Hey, you want it? I'm going to give it to you. Give me."
How nice is that?
So nice.
They were just figures he had,
extra ones.
Pulled it from the side. It was incredible.
Yeah, he's just
well.
Really nice
after I had him on my show, he as a
he sent you Santa, right?
He sent me Santa, Mythic Legion Santa. Like Steph is fantastic. I cannot say enough good things about him.
That's awesome.
And the vocabulary on him, eloquent guy.
He's awesome. Ready to rock and roll, boys?
Yep.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Up. Now it's a little different. I actually have a second screen attached to my laptop now, so let's see if this works. Number 10. There we go.
Hold on one sec. I just wanted. Notabert says there's some good bokeh photo. Hopefully there's some. Now I think they spelled bokeh wrong. I believe it's 2 C's. Am I correct?
It's like the Ratone. Yes, that is correct.
Thank you, Yimbo. Carry on.
All right. So our first person coming in at number 10 is at @toy_lens with this incredible shot.
Oh God,
Look at that chair. The chair really stands out to me. That's such a good piece to have in this photo. That's the piece that stands out to me.
Yeah, it definitely looks like one of those really comfy chairs that you don't sit in, or those chairs that you put by the fireplace, right?
Or if you're this character, you definitely sit in it.
Yeah. So, does everyone know who Vampirella is?
I know of this is one of those characters that I'm aware of, but don't know like backstory, etc. So people in the chat, we will share your knowledge if you want to share with the chat, any different characters that we might not be too super familiar with. We can appreciate the artwork, but yes, in terms of character wise,
I'm familiar with the character. I'm with Yimbo. Same. I know who she is.
She's a vampire that has a unique costume.
Very unique. That was a nice way of putting it.
That's
vintage
all,
90s, I believe is the term.
Vintage 90s. That's pretty much all I know about her. But this photo itself, amazing photo. I love everything that's going on. Look at all the setup. The fire has to be put in after the fact, but even the background to the chair to the torches to Blade to to everything there. I mean, it's when you have. I can't do something that has this ensemble because for me it's like way too much to put together and to focus on the camera. The Toylens did a perfect job setting up this scene.
Chris, is that your that 5K little like birdhouse lantern?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The samurai.
I have to just double check. I don't think so. But
either that or I've seen some nice pieces on Big Bad, but that's what I mean. This is all put together so beautifully.
The layers, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's not the same one.
And just really great placement, and it's one of those photos that with the framing, literally she's framed within the frame itself with the different figures and characters. And what's so cool is your eyes get pulled in, but then there's so much to really sink your eyes into with so much going on, and just every little detail, every little touch, every little pose is just so spot on. Like I loved Timber. So
yeah,
great.
Timber's in
You
there.
know, just
Are those Mezcos with mythic heads?
Yeah, those are black skulls, I believe.
Yeah.
Mezco black skulls with mythic heads.
It's so cool.
Nice
Is that
touch.
timber? Is that customized?
No, that's the one with the commando snake eyes, the one with the bulletproof vest, the Arctic version.
Oh, he has red. He has
and
red
there's-
eyes like that.
Oh, I don't know about that. I
No, this is the white one. So this is the more recent one. With
that's the
bandana.
reason. That's the one I have. Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, I think the eyes are added after.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. I
love
forgot
that
which
red
Timber I
eye
have.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some people saying it's an awesome shot, not a bird, and 1-6.
Yeah, it is. It is gorgeous. I love
Mara's here.
Oh, Montemara.
Montemara.
What's up?
How you doing? I love that kit bash that they did. I mean, obviously they probably bought that 3-pack of black skulls. But those head sculpts really match them well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Fits perfectly. As for questions, unfortunately, Toylands was not able to come respond to the 3 questions we always ask, but that's okay. If Toyland sees this later on and wants to answer those questions afterwards, we'll be happy to either throw them onto the picture or communicate them in some way. But ultimately, fantastic shot, well deserving of the top 10.
And this is a good chance for me to remind Trevor 16 Shooter, if you send me your answers right now live, when we get to your shot, I will be able to share them with the community.
Ooh,
So you have 2 more spots, I think.
Trevor's on the clock.
Or Trevor, I think he's number 6, right?
It's something like 6 or 7, right? It's such a great. Oh, that was another one. I was very excited.
If anyone wants to just shoot him the link, and if he wants to jump on,
Oh.
that's perfectly an option as well.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. You sent it in our chat.
Oh, he said he just did. Okay, good.
Oh,
see, he's on it, my man. Thanks, buddy. There we go. I love it. Yeah, he literally did. That's so funny. He probably had the same feeling that sometimes my students have when it's like, hey, so remember that assignment that came up, and it's like, thanks, Trev. I appreciate that, bud. I got it. Man.
We got Greg, formerly the Brute Scale, in the house. What's up?
Oh, what did I do? Oh, he posted something about Legion's Con. I was like, I'm coming, I'm going, and he's like, we're gonna hang out, and I was like, yes.
I can't remember. It was Greg the one that sold me on all the There's someone there that had like amazing shots of the Harvest Court, and I think that sold me on buying almost all of them. But I think it might have been Greg. All right, let's move on to number 9. It's number 9.
Yeah.
All right, coming in at number 9, we have Bandai_SW with this awesome Star Wars shot. I love it. I love Star Wars. Right now, every time I see this, I'm like, my son would look. I'll probably show my son this photo and he'll be like, "Oh, that's so cool." You know, as a 5-year-old and the magic of Star Wars. But I love the setup. It's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous setup. I feel like every time we have the top 10, all of the pictures are so thoughtful with their settings and their backgrounds. I mean, that's what really makes the picture, right? The photo. Now, this photo is not any less. Like, I don't know. This dial work's incredible, first of all. And not only that, but the lighting is perfect. And it's so subtle. I don't know. I love when they have a Star Wars picture and the lightsaber lights up the figures in a way. They do the lighting in a way so that the lightsaber, this does it very subtly, and you can see it with the white lightsaber. Oh, so good. It is so good.
When I see Star Wars pictures, on my stream, and we've talked before on, there are various stuff, but whenever Star Wars comes up, that I realize that I have more of a casual of like, I love the world, but I just, in terms of my knowledge, and I find it difficult honestly to keep up in the toy photography world with people when I see shots like this. So that's I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in my lane. Like I have my main Star Wars people, so that if a joke or an idea comes to mind, I'm happy I have the figures that I do. But I never get drawn to shoot because, like I said, I know the series, the franchise is being taken care of by people like Bandai SW. Because I mean, this is it's incredible. It's so good, and everything that you guys already mentioned. I love that again. Using the blur and the bokeh. You got some bokeh in the front, bokeh in the back.
Yes, bokeh all over.
Yep. Yeah. So it's so cool. Really awesome. I mean, that Dio. It's the Dio. I mean, so, like I love how it all came together.
But look at the left corner. Do you see like the leaves and that blurred background? Like that is so subtle, and yet it is such an incredible detail that's left there too.
Yeah, it's great. And luckily enough, we have Bandai was able to answer those 3 questions we always ask. So, first question coming up: what was his favorite? What was Bandai's favorite toy growing up? The response was, I had a lot of favorite toys in my childhood: Legos, Bionicles, dinosaurs, action figures. But I always loved Star Wars. So when my parents bought me the Hasbro Star Wars Saga 2002 Attack of the Clones Jango Fett Camino Escape figure, I was very happy. Wow. I have it in my collection for 20 years now. It has some broken parts like the rangefinder and the jetpack, but only because it was my favorite toy and I played with it a lot. That's amazing here. That Bandai remembered the full title and description of that toy. Yeah. For number 2, the story behind the picture. The story behind my picture is that I wanted a photo with a lot of professional effects. Small fireplace. Oh, wait. Is this right? Small fireplace. Okay, small fireplace with real fire, fog, rain, but it was very chilly outside and the wind started to blow. So I just took a simple picture only with some blue lighting, and I love the end results. Sorry, I thought I typed in the wrong section when the response mentioned the fireplace. And number 3, for what is making Bandai _SW happy in the toy community today? I am new to the toy community, but I love that there are no toxic people and everyone is very supportive. There's a lot of behind the scenes videos and tutorials about toy photography, and I can learn a lot of things from them, and I think that's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Fantastic photo.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We always say it every week that especially that last question, it's what keeps a smile on our face throughout the entire episode, because it's the sentiments are awesome. It always turns into a love fest because it's the greatest. It's the greatest community. It really is.
It really is.
Quick hi from Pablo. What's up?
Speaking of another awesome member. What's going on, Pablo?
Pablo got a free fig from Steph on Monday.
Right. Oh, that's right. All right, moving on to number 8.
Number 8.
All right. This is actually mine. I nominated Rajesh _ photography with this really awesome Power Ranger shot. Lots of beautiful natural effect flying through.
Yeah, the practical effects, they're so amazing. I need to figure out, if I ever do practical effects and get my figures dirty, I need to figure out how to shoot them like with a fast shutter, but with the aperture that I like. Because sometimes I feel like with the aperture that I like, it's a slower shutter speed to capture all the light. So I need to fix the ISO on that and all that and figure out those settings. But man, what an amazing shot. Rajesh did an incredible job. I love Power Rangers. I love the White Ranger, especially one of my favorite Rangers. And he killed it.
Yeah. I'm always impressed, like you were saying, Chris, with like with this shot, with people like Sir Dork, like that can get that fantastic. We had Aussie Figs. Bruce won one of our top spots last week. With that same type of practical air blasting effects, and I too have my toe anxiety and the whole getting figures dirty and etc. But that's just my own hangups. But I also, it's just one of those things that I just haven't learned yet, and it blows my mind whenever I see how sharp it looks. Because really, I mean, it creates such an explosive downward action. The impact with it's excellent. Very cool.
Yeah, and Chris, next time you're over, just and you want to mess around with some toys, I have a bunch of dupes. I actually bought a bunch of Stormtroopers just to mess up. And I got the Band Blaster that Sir Dork recommends. So anytime you just want to mess up a toy, we can just do it at my house.
Done.
I even got some smoke bombs. I got some fireworks I'm too afraid to use. So maybe I'll throw on the kit lens first, and then we'll take some shots of it. But yeah.
So
totally
I mean, I'm always not always afraid, but I'm always like, all right, if I'm going to start a fire, to do some toy photography, what always ends up happening is that I just sit in my chair and drink a beer and watch the fire instead of do the toy photography, or my kids come out and we make s'mores. That's about it.
My kids may help with the smoke bombs, and my wife would just ask that we don't do it on the driveway itself because I left stains off of smoke bombs. Yeah, I didn't know that. It's a smoke bomb. It just happened to be like I did it like 6 times with like a blue. I need that blue effect, and I couldn't get the right shot, so I just kept doing it. Left a mark. I think it's gone now, but it's been like 2 years. So
I didn't see it when I was there last time. So
no, it's in the corner. It's very discreet, but no, it's a lot of fun. Well, yeah, next time you come over, we'll just do that.
I'll look for it.
We got some other people in the chat. All right. Why can't I go over?
That posing is so spot on.
It really is. Yeah. What a great photo. They really captured all the particles, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Well, I'm sure Rajesh would also let us know. This, I also want to say this is another good reminder, just in case. We are really always trying to get everyone's names correct. So if you ever hear, you can always send us pronunciations and break it down phonetically. We want to get everybody's name right. But anyway, yeah,
maybe that should be one of our our first question to.
That is a good point. Instead of us,
how to phonetically pronounce your name, right here.
Yeah. But that posing is so spot on. It's wonderful. It's
very Power Rangers-esque, right? Yeah. Like in the show, it's always these big explosions and dirt going everywhere, and then their pose. So he really captured. Or they really captured the essence of Power Rangers too.
Mm-hmm. Did we get any answers? Or no?
Is No Chewing frozen?
Hey, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
You moved.
Was it just me that froze, or?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So for drama's sake, I just wanted to do that to keep everyone on their toes. What we were saying?
Were there any answers to?
Yes, there were answers.
Awesome.
Cool. Totally working it. Man behind the chair.
Behind the chair.
So you're not in the chair. You're behind the chair.
Yes. Behind the chair. Screw it. Hide. So Rajesh was able to come back. So for the first question of the favorite toy growing up. I'm a huge fan of Optimus Prime. Still now, it's a dream for me to get an Optimus Prime figure in my collection. Here in India, there is a limited number of members only selling action figures. It's very hard to buy one figure from American sites. The shipping and custom charges sometimes are higher than the figure prices themselves. With toy photographers from India, we are still struggling to buy an action figure. So, still buying an Optimus Prime figure is a dream for me. So Optimus Prime is my favorite toy. Ooh.
Send this guy the 3-0 Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Well, we know we have many friends, overseas, and I've heard of the struggles. Ant-Man and Friends, Alpha Tango. It's tough. It's
Smurfs in action.
Smurfs in action.
Yeah. It's. I feel for our collectors. because it's all of that stuff it's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, we complain about like a price hike of like
Yeah.
$3, and they're combating like a $20 fig that costs like 75.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
it's always a good reminder when, like if in a group chat, when again, like you said, if somebody starts getting a little negative about, cost of something, they're like, yeah, but also it's tenfold, like, so.
Yeah.
Awesome. For question number 2, the story behind the photo. I started doing toy photography. I started to do toy photography in 2017. First, I found Sir Dork in this community and was inspired by his ideas. So I wanted to take some toy photographs with practical effects like him. So basically, the story behind my photos are: I want to present as much as I can as filled with action poses and practical effects. The story behind the White Ranger versus Lord Zed was very simple. I wanted to do a tribute for our childhood hero Tommy. So I did this photo. May his soul rest in peace. And for the final question, what's making Rajesh happy in the toy community now? The thing that makes me happy in this toy community is most of the toy photographers are down to earth. And this thing helps to build a friendship between 2 toy photographers. And this toy community helps to build our knowledge about toy photography. So basically, sharing knowledge and techniques with other toy photographers makes me happy. If you don't mind, an Indian toy from an Indian toy photographer's side, I'm having a request to this toy community. As I said, from India, it's very hard to buy an action figure from American sites. So please try to sell it from India. It will help a lot in the future and help build a huge amount of toy photographers here. If you guys don't mind, share this information to your channel. Maybe there's a chance for some action figure companies to see this and start selling to us.
That would be amazing. I mean, there should be. This is a worldwide market. This is a global audience, especially as we've seen over the last few years, just with ourselves being in the community and seeing the rise of the toy pick community. And again, all these wonderful people from around the world. But yeah, we need to be addressing our friends, overseas for sure.
Yeah, it's such a shame that, I know all these companies are global, and a lot of these toys are coming from closer to India than they are to America. So it's a shame. All right, moving on to number 7.
Go ahead.
Number 7.
So this is one that I get to say, yes, this was a Yimbo pick. So
Yimbo.
I've talked about, like my love of Mezco, and even though the Theodore Sod cutter was one that I was able to pass on in terms of my own taste, it's because I also knew I would get to enjoy the photography of that figure around the community. And Trevor, I always talk about 1/6 shooter. Like he's just please sit under his learning tree. Speaking about going to see, Sir Dork, 1/6 shooter, both of their YouTubes are absolutely chock full of such wonderful photography skill, toy photography tips. It's, they're awesome. So Trevor is a master craftsman. This shot, I would like to say, speaks for itself. I mean, again, this stuff, they're paintings. they're it's spectacular. It's I can't get over it every single time I see his work.
I mean, yeah, like I said, the details in every single photo in the top 10 are incredible, and 1/6 shooter nails the details. And like you said, this guy gives tutorials on how to work your lighting, how to set up a picture that is a portrait-esque, right? And speaking of which, the background itself with the portrait in the back, I mean, he sets the tone. I think what all of his photos do is set a tone, right? So he knows exactly what the aesthetic of the photo will be, and then he puts all these little details to make it feel that way, right? I mean, I'm getting the Christmas Carol vibe, and it's just, oh god, the light on the candle was a really nice touch.
Yeah, that glow right on the hand, and that the hand, it's not even, it's only hitting the cheek. Again, when he goes through different stuff on his channel regarding the setting up lighting. I'm still wrapping my brain around it, but fortunately, because I've spent time listening to him talk and watching his videos, like I'm managing to improve my own stuff, just making these. But like I'm still like, oh, he's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
So
I'll just say, Trevor's just amazing at telling a story within his photos, and so, yeah, every single one has a distinct story to it. And yeah, everything you guys have said about the lighting, it's beautiful. The light that he bathes across his photos, it's unmatched.
He says that's a practical light, dollhouse
wow. That's awesome. That's great. God,
now
yeah,
everyone buy more dollhouse candles.
Well, even going back, because I figured it was in a similar room like that he's created diorama from his like Santo pictures, because if you are unaware, 1/6 Shooter is the Mythic Legion's like 4 horseman photographer, Cosmic Legions, like he's the man. So
he's done some Mezco too.
Well, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, he's the man.
Yeah. he's done it all.
And as we know, because this is live on the internet, and he's been fortunate enough to be hanging out with us tonight, we have his answers. So forgot to answer them. So here we go for that first one. Favorite toy growing up. And I remember this when I had a chance to interview him on my stream. All his Kenner Star Wars figures. So I remember he showed me a bunch of them. Oh, they're awesome. So yeah, so anybody else? Did you guys have some of the original ones? I only had a Stormtrooper. That must have been like a hand-me-down or something.
I was not into those kind of passed over me. Like it was more Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters for me growing up, and Marvel superheroes. For some reason, Star Wars never really. My parents never got me into Star Wars.
Same, like I think it was just just missed out like real Ghostbusters. That was like my jam, and Master Universe and stuff. So yeah, I'm fortunate again looking back, because that would be an expensive rabbit hole to fall down. That I know guys our age that we're into them, like to now find those pieces. So that maybe for my own bank account, I was happy that I kind of missed out on that.
I mean, like Yimbo and I are similar ages. No Chewing's just a little bit younger, but I think we're kind of that cutoff of we could have missed that. A lot of those people that grew up with that are just a little bit older than us, like maybe 5 years.
I'm laughing at Trevor's comments right now, Sunte. If you want to throw some of those up, he's cracking me up.
Yeah, I'll throw that one up.
It's like a couple of years. It's just literally, it could have been a matter of time.
Just a few. I'm 41. I'm 41.
I mean, for me, it's a little bit more than say like Chris, but I had or at least my brothers had a couple. But yeah, when it was my time to buy toys, it was Ninja Turtles time.
Super Friends, Superstar, Secret Wars. That was my
Yes, that's it. Machu
Batman
Toy.
The movie.
Batman the movie, exactly. Machu Toy. It's not that I'm not into Star Wars. It's just that I never got the Kenner Star Wars figures.
No, Toy Father, what he's really trying to say is that he doesn't understand why people are so mad at Darth Vader. He was just trying to bring order to a ruthless galaxy.
I don't know. I really loved that last movie. What was it? That J.J. Abrams did. I thought that was the best Star Wars movie they ever did.
Also in episode 9.
Just so you know, this is our new strategy of the Toy Daddies, is to make this into YouTube Shorts, so we get all of the hate, all of the now. This is not
so
the algorithm.
Just remember, it's 4350. That's where we cut this one.
Just kidding, everyone.
Kidding.
All right, so now Trevor's story behind the shot. As soon as I took out Sod Cutter out of the box, he reminded me of Jacob Marley. Might have been the season and watching 3 to 4 versions of A Christmas Carol. I had the room dio I built a while back and used Magneto as a stand-in for Scrooge. Tricky lighting setup, but it was fun. That's so great. I love it. And what's making me happy, seeing people I've tried to help when they were starting out get better and better. Hey, I hope that's me. I'm one of them.
You're making them happy. Good job, Yimbo.
I would, if like you can let me know, Trev, or you can call me out right now. But I'm gonna lump myself into that group right now. That's making you happy.
And even though the season is behind us, what is your favorite Christmas Carol movie?
Me?
For me,
Both of you. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I'll go
Universal, the royal you.
Muppet. I'm gonna go Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that's mine. Muppet
Yeah.
Christmas Carol is my jam.
Oh
Yep.
man, I don't. I'll have to.
Rizzo the Rat, baby. Love me some Rizzo.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael Caine singing at the end warms my heart.
Yep.
the Muppets is a good one. There's this new one that just came out.
Oh, Spirited.
We
Yeah,
couldn't finish
Spirited.
it. We tried.
You didn't like
Those
it?
are like two of my favorite guys. We gave up on it.
It was all right.
You know what? My wife
That
and I
was
are not
funny.
like super musical people. That's why like the Muppet one is like crazy, but like I don't know. It's again, that's just a matter
I
of taste.
love a
you know?
musical.
I actually-
you're
I gotta watch the
Jersey,
Muppet.
man. What is this?
I know.
All right.
All right, a lot of people in the chat are also agreeing. Muppet. Ooh, and a comment about the light on the. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, like the lamb, not the rat. Thank you, Jay Shot.
Yep, and more people say.
Yep.
Oh,
Good
man, that's
job,
funny.
Jay Shot.
Got each other Coke.
All right, moving on to number 6.
Great shot, 1-6.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Who wants to start things off? That is awesome.
Well, these are, I believe, the SH Figure Arts, the Bandai, like reimagined as samurais, Darth Maul. And when I saw this figure, I immediately, and you know, when a photo is good, it highlights that figure. You're immediately Googling this figure of where you can get it for cheap. So I wasn't necessarily looking up this figure, but I was looking up SH Figure Arts Darth Maul, because I just need a good Darth Maul in my collection. I don't have a great Darth Maul.
Garth
But
Maul.
This is a great Darth Maul. I love the figure itself because look at those like Hawaiian like pearls, those like lays that they have. That's really cool. The fire is amazing. It's such a simple shot, really simple shot that captures the lighting perfectly.
Yeah. So this is from that line where I've seen the Mando and Grogu. Is that from that same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same line.
Yeah.
Such a cool art direction. And again, these are whenever I see pictures from that series, because like there's such cool reimaginings. And again, I'm with you on posing is so important when you're starting. I always think that like doesn't once you can get the pose, then you can build on all the other skills, because making the toy look more natural. I mean, like that's always one of my goals. So but yeah, just it's awesome. It's really cool. And Darth Maul, very interesting. I just watched a reel from Freddie Prinze Jr. where he's talking about Darth Maul is Sisyphus. Like if you are into Greek mythology like I am, like he's destined to fail. You know what I mean? Like, and that was from George Lucas. Like he's as cool as he is as a character, because I think he's awesome. Like his character is meant to just, the boulder's supposed to roll back down.
Oh wow.
He's never supposed to, like, it's in all of his versions of other the different other animated shows and things like that, as cool as they make him, he's never going to succeed. So I just thought that was really neat.
His Clone Wars arc was incredible.
Yes.
And Rebels arc was so
Oh,
good.
when he showed up in Rebels again, that was
so good.
What
Spoilers, everyone.
What a thrilling two-parter that was when it came out 7 years ago. So it's not too bad of a spoiler.
So good though. It was so good.
Yeah, and even the end. Oh yeah, spoilers all around. But Freddie Prinze Jr. also spoke about that on, clearly spoilers on this one. But when Darth Maul meets Obi-Wan again, and he goes through the many fighting stances that Obi-Wan goes through as he thinks of how he can defeat Darth Maul, and the realization that at that point Obi-Wan's a Jedi master, the best, almost the last one around, and Darth Maul has not grown as a fighter. He's still that very emotional, charge at you fighter. And it makes that battle extremely short.
Well, because he ends up doing Obi channels Qui-Gon Jinn, does the exact same thing. So Darth Maul, with no self-reflection and no personal growth, goes, "Ha ha, old man, I know how to beat you," but Ben was able to very, very quickly show, no, he's still the best at what he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Trevor just said Maul is a Shakespearean villain. Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
So Arrow Voss, and that was a very good point, Chris. Anytime I'm going to be way more aware of when I send out my messages as I look at the handles. If I think I'll have trouble pronouncing it, I will just ask in that initial message. So thank you. That was a very good point.
Yeah.
Speaking of personal reflection and growth,
personal growth. Yimbo will no longer butcher people's names.
There we go. But unfortunately, I did reach out to Aerovoss. So as we always say, we haven't heard yet. But if you do get a chance to check out this episode and you hear us begging for, to learn more about you behind the camera, please send me your answers, and I will gladly post them and tag them and everything on your Toy Pick community post, so people get to learn more about you. And then also, bump your post a little bit, get some more eyes on it.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Moving on to number 5.
Number 5.
Oh, Chava. So Chava did get back to me. So before, you guys can go. So cute.
Well, it's such a simple picture, and it's so joyful. I love it. That bokeh is amazing in the back, and it's clearly just a really great setup in terms of it's like a simple setup, right? And then I love the electrical effects. Who doesn't like a good Pikachu picture, right?
Right. I agree. It's a very simple shot, but it's great. With Pokemon, you don't need to complicate it. It can just be exactly this.
And before we continue talking, I just got distracted by a comment asking about the hashtag for today, right? And something there will be.
Oh, just you wait.
Secret hashtag talks. So
you wait, Frank. Just wait.
Because we want to make sure Chava gets his due for this shot. To me, this is one of those shots that we always say what's so great about the community is our top 10 list pictures fall up and down all over the place, and you have some really intricate looking shots like we just had with Trevor, and then we have something like this where it's the bokeh, but it's the editing, it's the composition, it's the simplicity, and just it's so cool what will resonate and what gets seen, and all the different factors that shake out our top 10. So for me, I love how it's just adorable. I love Pikachu. I say it all the time. My son is on a huge Pokemon kick right now. He's literally trying to catch them all. So
I honestly thought my son was about to enter a Pokemon phase for like a minute, and then he jumped right back out. I was like, oh, perfect. That's gonna be so expensive when he gets into cards.
Oh, I know.
My girls are into the cards, like both of them. They collect them hard.
So expensive.
He's so pumped right now. Well, he doesn't know this, but tomorrow we have my in-laws come on Thursdays to watch them, and his Meemaw is bringing him a Mimikyu, so he's gonna lose it. He's so excited.
Is that a figure or the card?
But he gets the little, like the little.
Oh, cool.
The little toys. Yeah, we have the little play sets and stuff. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Chava must have came back with
Oh, absolutely. I was just looking at
he's
Machutoy.
We're familiar with Chava.
If you haven't watched last week's episode, everyone, for the record, I would suggest you also check that out and all of our previous episodes. But Machutoy and Jay Shot were our special guest commentators. So Matt, I'm loving that. Please, by all means, anyone, chip in your critiques of the like these positive observations that you noticed about these images as well.
And they have a great show on Wednesdays between two Sentinels.
So yeah. Oh, thank you. Yep. Fernando. So Fernando got back to us. So he goes, first of all, many thanks. So here we go. So in terms of favorite toy growing up, definitely He-Man. Masters of the Universe was my favorite, followed maybe by Dino Riders, the ones I have fondest memories with and which I'm still collecting. Yeah, Motu, all of that stuff. Grayskull is one of my staples in my toy photography shots. Like, I know you guys are right there with me too. Like you had that love of Masters. So we're right there, Fernando. Number 2, in terms of the image, the story behind the shot, this was a Pikachu figure that my older kid, 5 years old, got for Christmas. That's why I recognize it. I'm almost positive I have this in my house.
Yeah, I definitely have this one. I definitely have this one.
We were on Xmas holidays and didn't have many of my figs with me to shoot. So I asked him if I could borrow it, and he said yes. Decided to light both sides with the idea of adding the lightning in post and add the caption from Palpatine, "Unlimited power," as a joke.
Oh, nice. I didn't read the caption. That's incredible.
That's awesome.
And what is making him happy right now? Definitely learning from the community, sharing with friends critiques, new techniques, toy hunting alerts, collabs. Even if I was not a huge Reels fan, I love that so many people are shooting really cool behind the scenes videos that serve the rest as inspiration to try new things. Amazing. Awesome stuff. Seriously, go. And this is another opportunity for me to remind everyone that if you see anything that that resonates with you, you hear an answer that you go, "Oh, that sounds like that could be a new friends." Follow these people. Like this is why we do this.
People.
All of them. We say it like it's all the
absolutely.
time. We do this to help get new eyeballs on everybody's work. You know.
What's incredible about it too? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say every top 10 that we go through each week, if I'm not following them, I'm pressing follow.
Yep.
What's incredible about doing this each week? Not only do you get to know new photographers, but the added bonus is that it's a global reach.
Yeah.
What the community has. Chav is in Spain.
Yeah.
So before the live happened, I got a message from him saying, "Hey, looking forward to tonight. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow," because he's in Spain and he's 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to do something else, Frank, thank you for joining us. Have fun at work.
I'm sorry you missed the hashtag, Frank, but speaking of which,
Number 4.
I mean, we have number 4.
oh,
Yeah, speaking
man.
of which, Chris doesn't know what slide was next.
The last
Anyone remember what
last time
what hashtag's even on here? I don't quite recall, but it will be a surprise for all of us.
Did you put it in?
I think I did, but it was like a few days ago.
Because when I was editing these slides, it was after slide 5. That's why I said that.
Oh, was it? No.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
Interesting.
Well, I hope it's there. Well, okay, so Wentzilla, amazing photo. This guy, first of all, he's just a great person in the community, really joyful, celebrates everything. He did a great reel with Yimbo's Toy Daddy new theme song.
I saved that little snippet of him doing Toy Daddy, so I'm gonna use that in one of the openings going forward.
Now, I love these. These are obviously reimagined kit bashes of C-3PO, R2-D2, and what's the other one? The
BB-8.
BB-8. Incredible kit bashes.
Yeah, it looks very smooth, very natural. The way that it's put together, and then he does this awesome job with I think he has a smoke machine, so he hits up his photos really nicely with atmosphere.
Yeah,
really nice.
And I was gonna say, like, Josh is one of those just fun, community members. Everything that he's always got a big smile on his face anytime he goes live. He's a great, he's got a great imagination. He's a customizer and is taking beautiful photos. I mean, he's just a great community member. So
yeah, customizer, dial maker, and also I nominated this photo.
Hey, there you go.
Did you?
Quite a bit of pride.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And again, the imagination behind the shot too, like, oh, it's so cool. I can't wait to hear his answers.
Definitely. Well, he did write me back in one of his, for the first question, what was your favorite toy growing up? My favorite toy was an 8-inch White Ranger for a long time. The chrome one came out in a flip head style from the movie and took his place. So yeah, he's a big White Ranger fan, just like me.
Nice. I have that toy.
Yeah,
I still do. I think it's back here, but it doesn't have the shield anymore.
The flip one?
No, the
other one.
Yeah.
What's the story behind your picture? The story behind my picture was to showcase crazy droids I put together, which is the real story. I wanted to take something everyone loves and is cute to be badass and aggressive looking. I mean, that's exactly what he did.
Absolutely. That R2 looks, you don't mess with that one. Actually, you know what's interesting, and jumping over that question, that answer, I mean, that C3PO body looks very reminiscent of one of the earlier designs for C3PO.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
one of
there
the
was more
concept
like a
art.
silver gold type of
Yeah,
combo.
it was more classic futuristic.
Mhm.
Oh. Yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks really neat. Really, really unique in terms of putting all this together.
I
What
really
is
like
it?
the BB-8, the
Yeah, the
attitude of the BB-8 in the back. But I love
BB-8 's
BB-8
cool.
as a character anyway.
BB-8 's cool.
BB-8's great back there.
What's making you happy in the toy community right now? The networking between all the crazy talented individuals in the toy community. Thank you guys again for such a cool thing you all do. And yeah, that's what we love about the community itself. It is a network. It's a network of people that are willing to help each other out, to talk about the photos, to help them with their lighting, to do everything they can, because this is just a hobby that we do.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the best part of this.
It is.
All right. Not moving on to number 3 because we have something else that we have to do.
Oh,
We got to talk about last week's featured photographers using the hashtag, the secret hashtag TPC _ between two sentinels. These 2 photos were actually selected by our guests from last week, Machu Toy and J Shot.
That's so
Amazing.
great.
I love I love the NECA turtles, and I also have this SH Figure Arts Bruce Lee. Such a great figure.
And thank you guys. And again, this idea, this secret hashtag continues to grow, which is so awesome. We hope, again, the people that run the Toy Pick Community Instagram page, I saw getting them shared to the story. And we'll continue to evolve this idea each week as it continues to catch on. So thank you to everybody that's participated. Hopefully, whether it's, congratulations on having these shout outs right now, or like over on the Instagram story. This is so awesome. It's so awesome that you guys are doing this and that you get excited about it. We love it.
Yeah, the secret hashtag was something that could have not gone well, but it's gone. But honestly, I just love the reception of it, and everyone really is looking for it, especially Frank, who missed it, but hopefully they can catch it on the replay. But yeah, it's awesome.
And remember, the 3 of us are a way that you have access to, we'll be able to respond to. So if you ever have ideas for the secret hashtag or for things that we can do here on this show, let us know. We're open to feedback. We want to make the show. It's you guys, whether you're in the chat or watching a replay, you're just as much of this show as we are, and we just want to help enhance your experience with it. So seriously, we're 3 easy contacts. You could say, hey, I had this idea. Perfect. We'll see what we'll hear you out. We'll take it all in. We always want to be better,
Exactly.
One last congratulations to these 2 photographers, at DanHero91 and at Diggs _Figs.
Yeah.
Give them go to their page, give them a look, give them a follow, support. Fantastic shots. Fantastic by all the photographers that participated in
Did we
the
say
hashtag.
Santi, did you mention, or did I miss that? Why these 2 in particular were highlighted?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right.
They were selected by our esteemed guests from last week.
Just wanted to shout them out again.
Oh yeah, Jay Shot, Machu Toy. Go check out their show. It's on Wednesdays at 8:00 between two sentinels. You can find them by typing into the YouTube search box at Machu Toy.
Mm-hmm. The million view man.
Yes,
Mr. 30,000. All right, moving on to this week's secret hashtag. And actually, funny enough, I do remember this, and I typed this in maybe an hour ago.
I knew. I'm happy that my brain is not total mush, because I knew you had mentioned this a while back that this was going to be this week's, in our conversation the last few days.
Absolutely. So to participate in this week's secret hashtag, and for your chance to be featured by the Toy Pick Community Instagram as well as this show next week, please use the hashtag TPC _ joy, because ultimately what we've heard as that third question of what's making you happy, it's the joy that this hobby brings.
It's the reason my cheeks always hurt at the end of our streams, because right now it's just been affixed in a permanent permanent smile. And Toy Pick Community is in the who's running that? Oh, did you do that, Chris?
I just typed it in, yes.
Boom. Excellent. So there you go, everybody. Get it. If you have any posts that you're going to be dropping like this tonight, later tonight, while you're watching this show, if you're taking something, add that in there. Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no theme associated with it. It'd be nice if it brought you joy, but you can just use the hashtag on any of your photos going forwards. All right, moving on to the top 3. And one thing to note about that top 3, and Star Wars Rick pointed out. Wait, how come that didn't show? Important note: the top 3 were nominated by the same guy, the great Django with a head.
That's awesome. That's a good eye right there. That's a good eye.
Name. That's a good name.
Good name, but good eye for. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Because I get excited if I make one that falls in the top 10.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, I know.
Got all 3, all top 3. Excellent.
I really don't get excited when I compete against you guys, but all right, moving on to number 3.
Number 3.
At Otto's Mini. Have you gone through his webpage or his Instagram? It's really just all photos of like mini cars and different setups. That's what I love about the top 10 is that anyone that has like a specific niche can be able to get into this in toys, and he really does set this up, and it's such a nostalgia throwback to Back to the Future 3, to the train scene. I loved it. Love this photo.
Yeah, I commented on one of their pictures the other day. I was like, again, mind blowing how realistic they can get these pictures to look using these tiny little cars and everything. It's so cool. It's amazing. It's amazing. And they're all fun and just great. So yeah, like this.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, the size of that DeLorean is tiny, tiny. And the ability to photograph in this capacity is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was just going to notice something, like we always talk about that ground texture, right? A little bokeh in the front. I love the tracks, the way the tracks there glide around, it's all caught in the shot.
Oh yeah,
That's nice.
great.
That's really
that
cool.
was something that really jumped out to me just now, like just again on another look of it. Oh, it's very cool.
Well, No Chewing was saying that what's great about the show, it's very global. We have people represented all over the world. Mini Cars is a police officer in Brazil, and he loves taking pictures in his spare time. Him and I got into a really great conversation about just being a police officer in Brazil, but that's for another time. So for his questions, what was your favorite toy growing up? I always liked playing with cars, but it didn't have as much access to them as I do today. I started collecting when I started working and paying for them, just like all of us, right?
Yeah, seriously.
What's the story behind your picture? The pop world of the 80s and 90s fascinates me. It brings me great memories of my childhood. And with the DeLorean, it couldn't be any different. I was inspired by the movie. I borrowed the train and I tried. I was happy with the result. My first time, and I managed to be in the top 3.
That's amazing.
Great job.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
What is making you in the happy in the toy community right now? The toy community provides me with a kind of therapy where I escape from real life. Like I went to Narnia. Ha ha ha. I learned every day with the community, and the photos and the behind the scenes inspires me. Even with my limited equipment and figure acquisition, I do my best to be able to play and have fun. Well, you do your best, and you do an incredible job, Otto's Mini, because this scene is incredible, and many of your other scenes on your page is very incredible as well.
And that's what I was going to mention is that when you go up and down their page, you can feel it, you can see it, you can, and that's what it's all about, like I feel like 2023, it's the authenticity. It's you could, seeing that energy and feeling it, like the joy, the escapism, all the things that this wonderful, hobby provides for us. I mean, That was great. I sunk myself. Oh, it's like so nice when you get to lose yourself. I was like, an hour just went by as I was setting up shots and lights and just, diving into my own imagination today. It's just there's nothing that compares. And I love video games. It's not the same. It's a different type of just you become there. Like he was in Back to the Future 3 setting that up. Like that's how I feel, Like he lost himself in it. You could tell. Oh, it's so cool. Is that just me? I don't know. Am I just the
No, I mean, hour and a half. Oof. But
it was an hour. It was an hour. I was like, whoa.
I don't know if there's a more iconic car that I still see. And if I do see it, that I have that nostalgic feeling, that memory of Back to the Future. When you see a DeLorean just like parked in the parking lot, like at ToyCon last year when it was just there, and you're like, ooh. So yeah, I get that sentiment. One thing I also want to note in his answer was that he's working with what he has, and that's important. I think that's the theme for us in 23. You don't need everything. You don't need every toy that gets released. You just need the ones that bring you joy, and enjoy the ones that you have.
Yeah, this year we are joy influencers. We're not toy influencers. That's what we're trying to do this year. Right? You like that? Put on a t-shirt.
Chris is motioning to be like, no, I kind of do need all of them.
You're muted, Chris.
You're muted.
That was really good. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water. I loved it, and I want to coin that, put it in a jar, and just spread it out to everyone on Toy Pick Community. But I think what was really great, and you're absolutely right, No Chewing, you don't need to have everything to make great photos. You just need to have the passion, right? And Otto's Mini does that right. And this is actually a good segue for our number 2, because this person in our number 2 also does not have a whole lot of figures. He sent me his pictures. Dead Spider Toys. Now, Yimo and I talked about this guy. I am a longtime fan of this guy. Yeah. Love this guy so much for his Spider-Man pictures. He said, and we had said this before, like sometimes you just don't know what's real and what's not real in the picture. This is a great photo with him and Shocker, and the warehouse in the background. Incredible.
I'm blown away. And yeah, like I'm stunned because it is a movie poster, but they're I know it's action figures. I know which 2 action figures, but it's just, it jumps out at you. This is really awesome. Like, what a cool perspective of the punch and the throw, the edit. Sorry, I don't want to take all of the compliments, but just
take all the adjectives. Just leave me no words.
Yeah, sorry. No words. Sometimes I feel like whoop.
No, it's all good. But I agree. It's the angle. It's the perspective. It's that slight tilt. It's the pose, and
slight tilt.
The
it's
warehouse.
Called a Dutch tilt, Chris.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called a Dutch tilt.
Where do you learn these things?
I teach mass media.
Wait,
made popular from Batman 66.
Hold on. What is the Dutch tilt? The tilt of the photo, or how Spider-Man's being tilted?
No,
angle
just
of the
angle
camera.
of the shot.
Angle of the camera.
Just bloop to the left or bloop to the right. That little bit of a tilt.
Yep. Batman 66. You'll see it in that shot multiple times in any episodes.
Now, was this done by a Dutch photographer? That's why it's a Dutch tilt?
Well, I don't know about this comment.
It might be completely incorrect in name and convention, but
I see, that's the whole thing. And this is where maybe Trevor could help me out potentially. Like, I know what the term is and what it means, but now I'm not sure. I forget off the top of my head right now what the history of like how that became names. I couldn't be able to tell you that. But
well, I just got a new vocabulary term. Can't wait to break that out.
Every time you're on the show, we learn something new about photography here.
Can't wait to break that one out when I see a Dutch tilt.
There you go.
Well, Dead Spider Toys has been featured before, so I didn't want to ask the same questions. So I did tweak them up just a little bit. So I asked him, what is your favorite toy right now? And he wrote, it's definitely the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man that has been released. It's very classic and nostalgic. He's very cute and goes well with any angle or with classic villains, mainly because he doesn't have too strong muscles. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I also he also doesn't have a strong physique. I think he's very handsome, and he became my favorite. An honorable mention is for Null from Hasbro 2, who is wonderful, and the Lizard.
Yeah, these are all. I was joking with toy cinematography. You know, he's always somebody that is you know, gets new figures in, and then eventually he's like, he'll talk about on a story like, I got to get rid of stuff now, and he was just having a little thing about, you know, man, I could have really just settled into a few figures, and I hit him up, and I was like, yeah, like I could have easily just been Spider-Man and his rogues, and that would be all my toy photography. But I have a problem with opening new figures and having collecting them.
The first step is to identify that you have a problem.
Well, there you go. See, like I said, self-awareness. But I mean, in terms of the art of toy photography, I could have easily just said, I'm just going to be a Spidey photographer and just come up with those storylines, you know, because it's just you can do that. There's so many people that do certain different types, you know, just pick a lane and run with it. I commend people like that. That takes some mental discipline that I don't have.
For Dead Spider Toys, what's the story behind your picture? I wanted to take a striking photo with Spider's villains, and even though the Shocker is not such an acclaimed villain, I think his look is very cool. And I also wanted to prove myself that I could take photos on the ground because I'm testing, and I still use this technique. But I think the result was pretty cool. I usually do more pictures with Spider swinging around buildings or flying enemies, so I thought this was cool. And that's great. Dead Spider Toys was just putting himself out of his comfort zone, and that's what a lot of us should do to be better photographers, really.
Yeah. Dead Spider Toys was playing with toys, and yeah, it's awesome. I'm always, you know, back to even just appreciating this photo. I always appreciate when you can't see the seam to the digital backgrounds.
Oh yeah,
it's so impressive to me that I can't see the seam.
Yeah, it's crazy. He does that so well.
And that's what I was gonna say. Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to throw out to our community that, you know, like this is something that we've done. Like Santi, you know, like I challenge, you know, mentioned to you, like, hey, you know, like,
can I have another challenge?
Oh yeah, we can think about it. All right. But yeah. Well, yeah, I have to think of it now. But you know, like Santi takes beautiful portraits, and I was like, and he, you know, you went through a little low, like just like we all hit those little points, and I was like, do some action, like you know what to do, you know how to pose and stuff, like try it. I mean, you've done it in the past, but you've been putting out some excellent things. And did you feel like that inspired? So what I'm saying is challenge each other, push each other, suggest new things.
Or I got the photo challenge from you, and I got the figure challenge from Mr. Tartella. So it was easy. Yeah. Took a lot of decisions off my plate. But back to the Dutch angle.
Yes.
Pablo actually gave some insights. The primary use of a Dutch angle is to cause a sense of unease or disorientation for the viewer.
Awesome. I'm learning so much.
Toy photography.
So what is the toy photography goal for you right now? That's the question I asked them. For me, it's a way for escape for reality and a bit to run away from problems from time to time, a relaxing way to relieve stress, and I would say play with my dolls and do cool poses. I also wanted my photos to attract the attention of Hasbro because I'm a big fan of their dolls, and a partner wouldn't be bad, right?
No, wouldn't be bad.
I did ask a bonus question. This is a question for me. What is your favorite Spider-Man costume and why? About favorite costumes, in addition to the classic costume, which is very striking, my favorite costume is the Superior Spider-Man costume when Dr. Octopus plays Spider-Man's identity for a while in the comic books. That costume with the shades of red and black with claws are very stylish, and the way he fought was pretty cool. I leave an honorable mention for the Gwen costume, which is also one of my favorites. Two great picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, agreed.
I love that concept too, by the way, of Dr. Octopus being like, I'm going to be a better Spider-Man than you in this young body now.
That, like, so many Spider-Man fans, when that came out, were so mad.
I thought it was neat
at him.
Oh, that brought me back into comics.
Yeah.
I loved that series.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible. It was such a new take on Spider-Man, and man, I'm forgetting the author, but I remember that comic book author. Oh, what is his name?
Is it Dan Slott?
Dan Slott.
Mhm.
I tweeted him because a lot of people were giving him crap about the Superior Spider-Man, and I said, "Hey, I don't know what anyone's talking about. This is awesome." And then he retweeted it and then said, "Thank you, I needed that." So
Aw.
again, spreading that positivity and doing that for other people is just great. Like, showing them that you appreciate them is why we do this show, why Toy Pick Community does the top 10, to highlight all of you and get all of the appreciation that all of you should have.
Absolutely.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration.
Yes.
Number
one.
Oh, here's the man.
Gorgeous.
Now-
Star Wars Rick.
Gorgeous
Now-
unfair shot. My God, this has everything going for it.
every time that you do the nominations, right? Every now and then there's a round where there's one photo where you're like, well, this was going to be number one, right? This was definitely the photo that I was like, well, this is definitely going to be number one. My goodness. Incredible photo. Star Wars Rick. I have no words. I just love this photo so much. And you just look at it and you know why. Anyone else?
And this
want to comment?
I know, no, but it's so well done. I have so many questions about the editing and the placement of the guns and just how is that done? Was it cloned? Was it placed everywhere? Was it focused at,
Yeah.
and this was a hot toy, if I am not mistaken, or no?
No.
This is not a hot
This
toy?
is a legend.
That's a legend? All right.
If I remember correctly, it's a comic book. It's one of those cases like
man.
comic book recreations. And
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't say it in his answers, but
It looks
No,
like
you're
it's
right. That's
posed
definitely not a
at
hot toy.
the,
I thought for some reason that's a pretty
I mean,
nice
no,
looking
the
figure.
details that
it's a great head
captured
sculpt.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Even the Dio that he used, so good.
Oh, hold on. Pause for a sec. Frank is back. So, Frank, to catch you up, the secret hashtag for this week is TPC_joy.
We're just spreading that joy.
Well, Star Wars Rick wrote me back, and he provided, what was your favorite toy growing up? My favorite toys were Lego. I was gonna say Legos, Lego, Playmobil, and Star Wars Power of the Force line.
Oh, I love that line.
That was a great line. What's the story? Didn't that line come out when we were like 20?
Power of the Force?
Yeah.
No, that was the one early 90s when it came back, but before the prequels.
Okay. Got it.
Right?
I think you're right.
Like
I think you're
92, 93, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. What's the story behind your picture? It was inspired by an artwork by Amin Nakasawi, which I recreated a couple years ago, featuring a wounded Ben Kenobi lifting and firing blasters with the Force. I should have asked them what a photo for that original art. So one day it came to my mind the idea to recreate it one more time, but a little bit different, with Master Jedi Luke Skywalker in his full Jedi power. What is making you happy in the toy community right now? As a kid, I always imagined my favorite characters in off-screen adventures facing situations that we don't get to see on the movies or comic books. So although I have lots of fun recreating some iconic moments, I found toy photography a chance to create something new with these characters. It's a chance to make the adventures I always pictured in my childhood and make them become real. And it's so true, right?
That's so good.
That's why we do it.
Yeah.
We use
that's why
our
children do it too,
Yeah.
Just the same thing, except, more expensive toys and a lot better dioramas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Incredible shot.
I'm still blown away because now, it it was one of those shots that you didn't even have to study it when you saw it on your feed or you saw it on the Toy Pick page. It was just, wow, that's good. Like like it was just whoa, and then like enjoying, and so going through, and seeing who else was, and where the whole list shook out. I feel so silly that I thought it was a hot toy because that's such a great head sculpt.
Yeah, the head sculpt's
so
really nice. No, the head sculpt is really nice.
Yeah, it's really good. I like the Dio too. I keep looking at the floor.
The Dio's great.
The reflection of the lights on the floor. My eye won't stop looking at that corner, even though there's so much else happening. I just really appreciate a good diorama.
Yeah, that's really neat.
So Star Wars Rick was in the chat. If he still is that something that you can purchase, or is that more like 3D printed or bought from a customizer type of situation? What do you guys think? Because I know, Santi, did you buy the hallway thing? But that was for the 1/18 scale, right? Did you end up getting that one?
I did not buy that hallway.
Oh, okay.
In the end.
But like, there's nothing like that for what we do. For the
there was a company that was producing hallways like this.
Yeah, there was.
No longer around anymore, but there was a company that put together walls like this, and then the floor is really acrylic. It's an acrylic plate. Normally, it might not be in this case, but normally is.
Because I felt you remember Red Wagon Dio.
Yep.
He had some snap together kind of things that he bought from.
Yeah, he's the one that told me about it. He bought the walls. And actually, the top panel, the one he showed me, beautiful hack. It was a light board that he got from Home Depot, and then electrical tape to make the lines.
Oh, wow.
And that was it. And it was fantastic.
Oh, okay. So all right. So this was a made one. So that's good too, because it's good to know and share that information. Because like Landspeeder Luke, somebody that you can print out stuff. Like I don't have a 3D printer, but I know that for people that do. Landspeeder Luke is huge. Lone Wolf Labs is a guy that will print, and you can buy these type of pieces from people. So that's good for us to know that there's other places that again, it's just interesting. It's sharing the knowledge, and then like you can figure out what you need and where to go get it.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, what an amazing top 10 this week, everyone! Congratulations!
Seriously,
incredible. Yay! Congrats to all, and even the ones that didn't make the top 10, still congratulations.
I was trying to download apps last week, or over the weekend to see they have soundboard apps. I don't have a good one because, of course, now everything either wants a paid subscription or ads or whatever. But there were apps I was trying so I could get some like, hey, applause and other silly meme sounds. Turned it into a real morning show from the 90s.
so can we do a review back on the top 10?
Of course, yeah.
Let's roll it back. I don't know how. Hold on a sec. All right.
Number 2, Dead Spider Toys. And of course, that last one, Star Wars Rick. Dead Spider Toys, number 2, Spider-Man.
Number 3.
Otto's Mini with a great DeLorean shot right here. Don't forget, secret hashtag TPC Joy. And follow Dan Hero 91 and Diggs Figs because they're great guys or people. Number 4, Wintzilla with his mashups of 3CPO, R2D2, and what was the other one again?
BB-8.
BB-8.
My favorite one in that shot. I love that BB-8.
Number 5.
Chava Fernando with his Pikachu shot. Incredible.
Number 6.
Arrow Voss with the Darth Maul Samurai.
This is a great figure. I always so tempted.
You're getting it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
No, this one's probably like a $400 figure now.
I'm gonna look it up.
Number 7.
1/6 shooter taking us on a lesson on photography. Amazing photo. Thank you.
Number 8.
Rajesh Photography with a White Ranger. The practical effects. Loving this photo as well.
Number 9.
Number 9, Bandai _SW incredible Dio work here, incredible scene that they put together with Yoda and Master Luke, or just Luke.
Just Luke. Padawan.
And number 10, Toy Lens with Vampirella in her unique costume, surrounded by amazing kit bashes from the Black Skulls.
What a great week. What a varied and great week of just subject matter, photography, very cool.
I loved it. Yeah, it was definitely a great week. Just like any other week, but yes, this week was really good.
This week was made even better because you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. I missed you guys.
I know. Feels good to have the group back together.
It is. Bring everyone back together. This is why
I
we're
write a song about it later tonight. It's gonna be
Yimbo. That jingle is probably the best thing that's happened so far.
I told you, I'm just gonna have a little EP of like little just jingle, just nothing. There's 6-second jingles that I can start sharing around.
Do you mind if I just play that intro again? Because can I just play it one more time, just for the audience?
Yeah, sure.
TPC and Toy Daddies. TPC and Toy Daddies.
Welcome to the Toy Pick Community Top 10, brought to you by the Toy Daddies.
That is awesome.
And welcome back. We are going to start another top 10 starting right now.
That was awesome. I don't know. I love that jingle, and I love what you did on the bass on that. Sounds great.
Yeah.
No chewing.
We do need a longer version for our outro. I'm just putting that out there.
I'll get working on it.
Whoa, you want a longer version, huh? Okay.
Or I need to learn how to sample music correctly so we can just have a club version.
I like it. Well, we got time.
Yeah, we'll grow.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us this week. We really appreciate it. As always, no chewing. Yimbo reviews everything. Remember to follow us. If you haven't done it yet, press that subscribe button for the TPC, for the Toy Pick Community YouTube page. We love to do this. It's great when we get follows, but it's also all for you. And we're so happy to have you all in the chat because it's been fantastic. The chat's been kicking, and you've taught me a bunch of different things this week, or this stream. What a Dutch angle was. I had no idea what that was.
Dutch angle, bokeh. What else?
Those are just two of the things. There was one thing I asked you. I had no idea what we were talking about, but maybe that might have been in the chat.
Yeah, that's a little
on the bottom.
Yeah,
from the bottom. And I'll be the plug guy real quick, just to remind you that this past Monday, Toy Father and No Chewing, along with Cox Great and Toy X17, had an awesome episode of Toy Talk with Detour Customs. On Sunday, the day before my stream, which is Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This past Sunday, I had Realm of Toys 89 on, and Frank and I had it's always fun. It's just, hey, getting to talk with my friends like you're just laughing about toys and trying to enjoy all of the fun parts of this hobby. So we had some fun toy content if you want to go check it out, and we have another Sunday and Monday are going to be rolling around. So hit that subscribe, hit that like button if you're watching live or on the replay. All of those things.
This Monday on Toy Talk, we will have special guests, Mr. 3000, Mr. Million, Machi Toy.
That's right. There we
go. Toy.
I feel like I commented every week. I'm like, this is going to be another fun episode, boys. But that's because you guys have been getting awesome guest after guest. You've had Sir Dork, Cushy Mama, Jason from Spiro. God, the list goes on. You guys have been killing it. Awesome interviews.
Yeah, they've been fun. But Yimbo, every Sunday, Yimbo opens up something, tells us about his insight on toys, but also brings it back to nostalgia. Whenever you watch Yimbo Reviews Everything, you're already madly sucked up on why we love toys so much, because he has such great candor in terms of how to talk about toys, but also why we celebrate them and what to celebrate when it comes to a toy that we may not be happy with, but there's something positive in there. There always is.
Absolutely. Always always laughing. It's a great show, a great start to the week, or a great wind down to your weekend. Whatever you're experiencing. Although the name really does need to change. It's not everything. It's Yimbo Reviews what he
Most
likes.
things, some things.
Things he likes.
Well, I do have to say there are times where I'm like, oh wow, he really did buy everything.
I
Yeah,
know.
sometimes, yeah.
There were
yeah, I mean,
times. There were times. I
I mean,
definitely.
special update for the 52 challenge that the three of us are engaged in for 2023. What is your number at?
I don't know because I need to update it.
No, I thought it was 3 because you like
because
sold,
of my
like,
selling, yeah. Like
like-
I haven't released my pile, but I have 4 figures in there, and right now, and you guys can maybe help me. I'm really torn about adding in. They have in stock on Big Bad the Valiverse Swarm figure, that latest black and gold, and I want to get the wing set. So just to try it, just to dabble in the Valiverse line and see what all the fuss is about. And then the half ogre Mythic Legion Barbarian that just came up on Big Bad, and it's 50, which again is not. I'm not sneezing at $50, but considering some of the other half-sized guys, like because I opened the troll, which is massive, but it's like the half ogre. Is that what it is? And it like kind of looks like a barbarian.
So
looking dude.
It's a half ogre, not a full ogre. I guess I don't know this one.
I don't know this
like
one either.
It's a slightly tall knight. Is that what we're looking at?
No, I don't know. It's basically he looks awesome enough where I'm like, should I get this guy? Because
I think for Valiverse, and knowing that you will be attending ChrisCon, I believe Valiverse does make. They made an appearance last year. I think they'll make an appearance this year.
Oh, I would love to see some of their
to get it
figures
in hand.
Yeah, I would love to see them in up front, like in person.
Yeah, they were really impressive in person. I'm surprised I didn't buy.
Oh, that's it. The half. So, Chris, this is for you, buddy, because it's a shirtless, muscle-bound brute, but it's the half giant deluxe Legion builder.
I have to say,
that little thing going across his chest.
No,
that's too much for Toy Father. He needs a bear chest, not He-Man chest. Bear.
So that's why I don't know where my list is, because I might add more to these.
I did almost get that one.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. But he's like big, right? He's a big figure.
He's a big boy. Because I think he's the same. I've seen the vampire one that's that size.
I don't like those size. I don't like I just want to keep I want to keep like the small size. But yeah.
I'm at 11 at this point.
I'm at 9.
I'm
at 9.
You're at 9? Oh, you caught up. 11, number 11 this week was Mafek's Sidelock.
That was my 9.
Yeah, and it was too hard I couldn't pass it up.
No, you have to. That's a re-release Mafex, and that was going for like $300 on eBay and stuff and all that. And that was one that I pre-ordered, then canceled, and then kicked myself in the butt when it did come out. So I'm so happy I knew they were going to re-release it. I'm just so happy they did it now. So
and Mafex, those re-releases are so much like they fix whatever somebody griped about. I feel like they
make it that much better.
Yeah, it's like out of spite almost. Yeah. It's like we're gonna make this. We're gonna iron out every single wrinkle.
Exactly.
No, that's great. I didn't realize they were coming back around for a re-release, but I don't have too many.
They never.
I just have the one Magneto.
Yeah, they never announce it. They just like, all right, we're gonna re-release it. You're like, oh wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, the other 2 figures that were temptations for number 12 and number 13 are Mafek's Winter Soldier and Captain America from the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's those are good looking ones. Those
really look really good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. And thank you everyone for joining us. We really appreciate it. Next week, we will do our top 10 for January 27th, 2023. That's right? I just added 7 days to the 20th. So
yes,
that's right.
Math.
And I know I say it on my stream, and I like to say it here with you guys because it's so true. Like, we genuinely appreciate you taking time out of your lives to hang out with us and listen to us talk about toys and your photography and your artwork. It is greatly appreciated on our end this time that we get to spend together. So thank you guys.
It really is. We love it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right. Take it easy.